This is breaking news regarding a crackdown we're seeing across the country right now, led by the National Investigative Agency against gangsters. NIA raids are being conducted on gangsters. These are raids being conducted and searches that are being conducted at around 50 locations. These are raids on different parts of North India. Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Delhi NCR are in current focus. They're in recently registered cases against activities of terrorist gangs. Now, I'll take you in a little bit to what the mandate of the MHA was, because these are being conducted under the Ministry of Home Affairs' tutelage. These are instructions that the MHA gave earlier, that these organizations be treated very much as if they are conducting terrorist activities. Now, according to this strategy, they are making gangs and are working on behest, according to the NIA, of Pakistan-based groups. These raids are on the Lawerence Bishnoi group, the Bhagwan Puria group, the Kaushal gang, the Bambia gang, a number of other such groups. Now, my colleague Arunima is with us right now. We're starting the day with her on this entire story. Arunima, good morning. We were playing out for our audiences these visuals that we've been getting for the last 2 hours. But just for our audiences, since we're starting the day and we're starting the story with you, could you bring us background context first, and then could you tell us about the raids?
So, when the Sidhu Moosewala murder happened, and subsequently there were charges made that the Lawerence Bishnoi gang continues to operate even though some of their top members are behind bars. They are carrying out extortion, threats, murders, even indulging in cross-border narcotic smuggling, cross-border arms smuggling, and that their networks are widespread. When this information reached the agencies here in India, the National Investigation Agency started. This was not limited to being a gangster case alone. This was then seen from the terror prism, from the USA prism. That's the background with which the NIA searches are going on. They're looking for evidence. If you recall, not just the Sidhu Moosewala case, there have been many instances in recent past in Punjab, in Mohali, including the attack on the Intelligence Bureau office there with a rocket launcher. The agencies suspect that all of this have a common link. If Pakistan-based operatives want to hire people to carry out their nefarious designs, these gangsters are available. So they're not just gangsters; they have indulged in anti-India activities. So raids being carried out, at least 25 in Punjab and Haryana, also in Chandigarh, 2 locations, in Rajasthan, multiple locations. Around 50 is the number being given by NIA. So anything between 50 and 60 locations could be seen by the end of the day.
Arunima, let me just take that information that you've just shared with us and re-break it for our audiences. The information Arunima was sharing with us is that the NIA has just conducted 25 locations in Punjab. 2 locations have been raided in Chhattisgarh. 2 locations have been raided in Rajasthan. Arunima, we were telling our audiences a little bit earlier that this was a pan-India set of raids that we're seeing. And as you've just told us, some of the states in which those raids are located. Could you also share with us the names once again of some of the groups that the NIA is raiding that we do know of?
See, the most important is the Lawerence Bishnoi gang. And why Rajasthan? You would wonder, why are these searches being carried out in Rajasthan? The name itself, the Bishnoi community is, a dominant community in Rajasthan. Lawerence Bishnoi owes its origin there. But they have been operating in Punjab and Haryana. Therefore, all these gangs which have colluded with them in Punjab, in Haryana, they carry out operations in Punjab and then use the porous borders. I mean, interstate borders between Punjab and Haryana are easy to navigate. So we have seen how even in the Moosewala case, they utilized this opportunity to flee after committing a crime. So essentially, that is the reason why these states are under the scanner. And the Lawerence Bishnoi gang is at the center of this entire operation that is being carried out by NIA. All the other peripheral gangs who have associated with them, who conspire with them, are under the scanner as well right now.
Arunima, when was the last time we saw this kind of wide-scale National Investigative Agency-led action against gangs in the country?
Not in the recent past, because NIA only investigates scheduled offences, which means it's mostly investigations under UAPA, investigations which lead to terrorism charges. Either it is narco-terrorism or, in the case of Kerala, we saw the gold smuggling case. But essentially cases where you feel the security and integrity of the country is under threat. That is the broad parameter of the NIA's work that they do. Gangsters come under normal IPC crime. They're not a scheduled offense.
But in this case, like I said, after the Moosewala murder happened and then allegations surfaced that threats were made to Salman Khan, questions were asked as to from where were they getting the money, where were they getting the arms and ammunition from, how was this broad conspiracy, recruitment of so many people, getting top-end vehicles to carry out their nefarious designs, where was the funding coming in from? And that's where our Indian agencies stepped in, both at the local police level and at the central level, and they found connections between ISI operatives based in Pakistan, between gangsters who have fled to Canada and who are operating from there, carrying out anti-India activities sitting in Canada. That's where NIA stepped in, because this was no longer limited to just an IPC crime. It had international ramifications. You needed aid from international agencies. Canada, for example, if you want to take any help from them under the Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty, or you have to send a letter rogatory to get any information from them, all of that is better suited for a central agency. Hence, NIA had to step in.
Arunima, stay with us. We actually have visuals coming in as we speak of the NIA raids. Remember, just to remind our audiences, they are being conducted right now in more than 50 locations across the country, multiple states. These are visuals coming in. I'll wait just a second to tell you which state these visuals are coming in from. But these are the NIA raids, as you can see, being conducted on your screens right now. I'll go over right now to my colleague Arunima for more details. These visuals, I believe, are coming in from Faridkot as we speak. Remember, Arunima was telling us earlier that these investigations are taking place across Punjab, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and a number of other such states. Let's go back right now to Arunima to understand more. Arunima, you touched right now on the international funding that we've seen gangsters receive, particularly after the Sidhu Moosewala case. There's been a real media spotlight on that particular angle. The fact that it seemed as if gangs in India were receiving funding from Pakistan-based outfits. Could you tell us more?
Yeah, so that is what really set the alarm bells ringing. The way the Sidhu Moosewala murder was carried out, the way the recce was done, they had precise information as to when he was leaving his home, which vehicle he was traveling in, not his regular bulletproof vehicle, who were the people who were traveling with him. Such precise information, recce carried over days, and the arms and ammunition that were used, top-end, AK series weapons, top-end grenades. The funding from where were they getting it? Because phone intercepts suggested that the Lawerence Bishnoi gang was involved, but Lawerence Bishnoi was in custody. How was this operation then being carried out? Investigations revealed how, in spite of being behind bars, he had succeeded in setting up this network. Phone access was easily available.
International calls, international chats were being done, and all of that, once it emerged, it looked like this was not just an ordinary gang that was operating. The ramifications was very widespread. There was a Pakistan connection that emerged. There was a Canada connection that emerged. That's when Ministry of Home Affairs asked NIA to step in. These searches that are happening are to, we already know people who carried out the Sidhu Moosewala murder case have been arrested. We know other associates who threatened Salman Khan are being looked at. They are being interrogated. But is this the only crime? These gangs, so to say, have been involved in multiple criminal crimes. And that's what the NIA searches currently are, to try and figure out, to see their digital devices that are being used, to see if there are any documents, any bank account details available to prove the money trail, how's the funding coming in from Pakistan. That's the motive of these searches, to try and gather evidence and figure out if the gang continues to operate even after the Sidhu Moosewala crackdown.
Okay.